Okay, so these are the mentors that are going to be coming in to help us in our science experiments. So what I'll get them to do is just introduce themselves and say which part of science that you do work in. Okay, Bill?
I'll start off. I work with lasers and light and telecommunications. What I do tries to make the internet go faster.
I'm Jenny. I work in computational materials. So I work at trying to make smaller computers, I guess.
I'm Adam. I work for the Science Foundation for Physics, and my role is to manage projects such as My Science and the International Science School we run every 2 years.
My name's Scott, and I work in plasma physics, so it's dealing with high temperature gases and trying to measure the energy of those gases.
My name is Poker. I work in biological physics. That means we work with doctors and the people who do medical research to help you feel better.
Okay, what we had to do is we had a training session one evening where we went through the kind of cows moo softly idea and also looked at some of the reports and kind of what to expect from this age group.
Just getting the kids interested in science is a big thing for the start. I've heard from various people I know, primary school teachers, that it's hard to get science into the classroom. So I think us being out here, giving the kids a taste of what you can do with science is a good thing.
It's just a really nice experience to be able to be working with different people, especially younger people, and being able to try to inspire them as well with science and do things like that. Just a break from the normal routine.
I like working with kids. I find that working with them gives me a lot of energy to do other things. But I can't really become a primary school teacher because I don't have the kind of resilience to do this 5 days a week and to handle kids all the time. So I like this kind of as a part of my job as a scientist.
Outreach in general is good because it helps you explain your ideas to people who don't necessarily know the jargon or have any training in it, so it helps you crystallise your ideas and basically figure out your own science in your own head. So it helps make you a better scientist in the end.
I really enjoy seeing where they're at, and actually getting them, teaching them when they first understand what science is about, and you get this buzz.
I think a productive, sustained project like this is really, really vital to continuing to build the scientific base that Australia needs to improve its position in the world, economically, educationally, and industrially.
The hardest thing I think is letting them learn, because it's easy to step in and try and tell them how to do it and what to do, but that's not a learning experience for them. So it's to try and guide them and try and step back and let them harness their natural creativity and their natural curiosity.
It's not at all hard to convey the fun and energy of science, because it's what I do. And as long as the mentor is enthused about science, if you enjoy it and you smile and you're energetic, you put that energy into the kids and it works. You can see it coming back from the kids.
When I was recommending students for the My Science project, I was thinking of students that would be able to share something with younger students that I felt had not necessarily the best grasp of science, but a really good grasp of science, but who would really just be able to share something and offer something to some of the younger students, and who would have the temperament and the patience to really work through some of the some of the really big ideas that some of the primary students have.
It's been extremely enjoyable. I've learnt things about kids that I've never learnt. I've learnt things about science from the kids as much as they've learnt things from me.
It's been going great. There is a few things that I need to improve on, like how I talk to them and a few things like that.
They're more talented than you think.
Things most difficult is when I use words and they don't know what I mean, and then I have to dumb it down a bit.
Actually, what surprised me most about the program was we had a Year 4 class, I think it was, and now we're doing Year 2, and the Year 2 class seemed to be more capable of understanding the science program rather than the Year 4s. That surprised me the most.
When I was in primary school in science, we never did any of this. Most science we'd have was growing a plant or a seed or something like that. But here, what we're trying to do is that we're trying to teach them what the proper methods of science are.
It's been an eye-opener for them to understand how much the young students know. I think that's been what they've gained from it. I think it was really, really worthwhile in terms of the connections we made between the schools.
I certainly have dreams for a project like this. I think it's very exciting when primary students and high school students work together, and as a high school teacher, it's always exciting to see younger students coming through with a real love of science and a real passion for science. And when I look at the primary school students, they've certainly got a real thirst for knowledge that I long to see in the high school students. So I would hope that a project like this would really nurture that longing and that interest and that love of science, and that the students would then carry that with them into high schools.